Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Fennec the Entertainer here, and I am delighted to share with you some images from the Star Trek exhibit at the Henry Ford Museum in Detroit. Obviously, some original series costumes. We'll get more into that in a minute. But right there, the USS Excelsior, NCC 2000. Sulu's ship. That's pretty. Behind that was the transporter, an interactive transporter guests can jump into. Look at the detail on this Romulan bird. This is... I couldn't believe the detail on this thing. This is probably only like 2 feet long, but still, the amount of detail on that, mind-blowing. And this completely took my breath away. This is the actual filming model for Deep Space Nine. Direct Noir, I think. No, that's not right. Yeah, anyway, Deep Space Nine. Look at that. Look, again, at just this detail is staggering. If it weren't for the fact that you could see the room in the background, I would think I was in space right now going around this thing. This is just incredible detail. It's got that dirty look that they were going for that show. Hey, check this out. That's my wife and a Klingon battlecruiser. That was in Star Trek 6, and it made its way into, I believe, a few episodes of Next Generation as well. The Borg Cube. Look at that. Again, you see the detail on the television, and knowing that this stuff's, really been built. It's not CG. This is legit. Look at the craftsmanship, the detail. Oh, it's just stunning. If you're able to get to Detroit, you need to go. Here it is. This is the centerpiece. This is my favorite thing. The USS Enterprise NCC 1701D. This is, again, one of the filming models. I believe this is an earlier series, like season 1 and 2, because I don't think they had the 10 forward upgrade that they had on the later model. But nonetheless, this is a screen-used ship. Sadly, if you look very closely, you'll be able to see when I pan to the underside of the main saucer. When you look closely at the warp nacelles, you can tell, I think it's the one on the left here, and the one, well, they're not lined up properly. See, this one on this side seems like it's a little lower to me, the front of it. But anyway, nonetheless, it's still very, very sleek looking. The only thing I wish is that they would have had the power running so that we could have seen it lit up. Nonetheless, when you see it power down in some episodes, it looks just like this. It is so cool to see it. And again, the detail's amazing. Now, sadly, it's hard to see the underside. It's very dark. So what I did was I snuck my camera. There's a little opening in the glass, and I was able to sneak my camera in there to get a picture for everybody. First, again, look at the detail on this. I mean, remember when... in the movie Generations, when it came down. This isn't that piece, but still just, wow, look at that detail. I was taken, I couldn't believe. See, I don't think that 10 forward is there. So I think this is one of the earlier seasons. Now there you go. That's a good underside shot there of the main saucer section. To boldly go, no one has gone before. So here we go to the uniforms. McCoy and Kirk, Uhura, and Spock in the background. There's the Gorn. The original. Wow. Geordi and Picard. Now we're going to go ahead and start with the captain. Yeah. It's obviously from one of the first 2 seasons. His pin was painted, as is Data's. It's one of the painted comm badges that were used on the show. Now, there's Data's head that was found under San Francisco. I couldn't believe that. The reason I say that is if you look at Geordi's pin, that's the same one that I've got. Many of you have the magnetic comm badges. There's his visor. Good as always. Hair clip, Deanna Troi, when you see this costume up close and you realize how tiny she is, it just makes her even cuter. Captain Janeway. Even standing in the presence of that uniform. Wow. Very commanding uniform. 7 of 9. Awesome. Sexy. Oh, look at that. Klingon. Like I said, a true Star Trek fan of all of it. You need to go check it out. Discovery, there we go. That's Philippa's uniform. Ben Sisko from DS9. Klingon blades. I mean, like I said, it's got everything. I honestly, because I had my kids there, they were kind of rushing me through it. I really wish I would have a chance to go through and really read through some of these displays and everything like that. There's several presentations to watch. I mean, you could definitely make a day of, the Romulan warbird. Had to get a close-up. Little damage there on that wing. An old Klingon battlecruiser. Look at this. Oh, it's so cool. DS9 from the underside. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this. Borg Cube. Just a few more still shots here before we wrap it up. Again, guys, Henry Ford Museum. Oh, the ships. Remember in First Contact? You broke your little ships. There's his little ships. Oh, Enterprise D in gold. So pretty. Like I said, Star Trek fans, if you're within driving distance of the Henry Ford in Detroit, you have got to come out and check it out before, I believe, September 2nd. Something for everybody. The original series, The Next Generation, the animated series, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery. It's all waiting for you. You die-hard Star Trek fans, get to the Henry Ford and check it out.